While power, positivity, and empowering yourself to levels you didn't even know were possible should always be the foundations you build for yourself, that doesn't mean there aren't some things in life that we need to kick squarely in the face. So, in the first of a weekly series, I run down the 5 reasons why I hate a certain video game. This week, we're going to start with the much-loved Final Fantasy X. Before we begin, yes, I know this is going to make certain people mad, but as Hulk Hogan said,
"What you gonna do?"
Hey you, don't just stand there. All of this is your fault.
He may have a name, it's Tidus, but the chosen hero for Final Fantasy X is such an annoying cretin, it barely deserves to be used. Whining and moaning from the first second till the credits roll, you're put in charge of this asshole and then actively told to try and bond with him. In reality, this bond is nothing more than yourself, a controller, and a digital figure, but that doesn't make it any easier to try and forget that crazy dress sense over there is likely to wind you up at any given moment. I get the idea, he's supposed to grow, and he's supposed to mature throughout his experience, but he doesn't. He just finds new, more adult things to get upset about. It's the equivalent of crying as a child over breaking your favourite toy, yeah, throw him, Oren, and then moping as an adult because you missed your favourite episode of Frasier. You're still an asshole. Oh, my dad's a fish, my dad's a fish. Apparently there's some very complex story in place, or at least that's what other people have said, but all I got from Final Fantasy X was that Tidus' dad has become a fish and now he's running or swimming amok throughout the world. What? I don't even know what that... How any of that makes sense is anybody's guess, and why this is even a problem, I guess other than the unfortunate shapeshifting of a man into a water-based mammal, I will never know. Look, there's every chance that wasn't even the plot, and yet somehow that's what I took away. It's like watching Star Wars and thinking incest was the big takeaway from that movie. That was pretty weird. Oh, good grief. Why do you inflict Blitzball on me, Final Fantasy X? Admittedly, it's not mandatory, but that only becomes apparent after you try and slog through your first game of the sport that plays out as if it was invented by the fish we were chatting about only a few seconds ago. I get that an RPG, there has to be some distractions to stop you putting a gun to your own head, but that shouldn't come in the form of a minigame so mind-numbingly dull I'll have flashbacks because of it as I lie on my deathbed awaiting to take my last breath. Fuck you, Final Fantasy X. I mean it. Fuck you. I can't remember any of the names, and frankly, I don't care. But having to fight a damn hard boss on the hull of a flying ship is bad enough. So, with that in mind, why on earth do I get thrown into another pretty tough fight directly after that scuffle with no chance to save and no checkpoint? And before anyone says it, oh, you shit video games, you shit video games. Well, you know what? You're shit. At life. All it means is, if you die, which I did, a lot, you have to go back into the skies and try and do the whole damn thing again. Not on my watch, Square Enix. I snapped your disc into 2 pieces. The disc I paid money for. That's right. Who's laughing now, Square Enix? Who's laughing now? Probably shouldn't have snapped that disc. It's nothing new. We've all seen it. It's the worst thing that's ever happened in a video game.